Hi, loves. It's Shanda. How are you? And welcome to Shanda Says. Tonight is Monday, and if you're a fan of Shanda Says, you know on Mondays I love to talk about inspiration or food for thought. Though tonight's vlog is a little, well, it definitely is food for thought, and it's a very sensitive subject. I know I've spoken about it in the past, but it's been a very long time. But the inspiration for tonight's vlog was, I don't know if you had the opportunity to watch it, but I watched OWN, and it was the interview that Oprah did with Jennifer Hudson. And Jennifer, of course, spoke about her career and all that she's doing, and also the loss of her mom, her brother, and her nephew, and just all the pain and all the things that she went through. And to see her where she's at today, it's just a testament that with strength and God and family and support, you can come out of things. But what grabbed me most about the interview was her sister, because really I wanted to hear more from her as a woman whose husband murdered her family. And something that she said to me really stuck out for me. And in the interview, she said that when they were together, he used to threaten that he would do exactly what he did. And I thought about that because, and I don't know if you know that I've shared this in the past, that I did have a partner, actually had two partners that were physically abusive to me. I had one that would literally fight me. I mean, literally would beat me up. He would pull my hair out of my head. I had to put Rogaine for my hair to grow back, and I mean in the front of my head. There were numerous times that I had to call the cops, but there were also numerous times that I would go back. So I myself was a repeat offender with going back with this person. And Bella, Mama's recording. Come here. I'm sorry. I have the dog inside with me recording because she'll be all over the place. But anyway, I realized that, if you know about domestic violence, a lot of times when we women go through things, and I'm saying women because men, of course, do go through things, but it's not the same as a woman. To me, it just isn't. But when a man tells us something that he's going to do something to us physically, how many times do we really not take it seriously? Do we not think that they are capable of doing the most horrific and drastic things to us? And I think that as a woman, we have to look very early on at the type of men we become involved with, the type of people that we allow in our lives and around our family. And of course, I'm not placing any blame, because I think as a woman, we love, and sometimes our heart is bigger than our minds when it comes to a man, especially if we're a woman that, some of us need a man to validate us. And I was one of those women at a very long time ago. I'm a matured woman now, and I know better. But when I was in my 20s, I always felt like I had to be with someone. And I wanted this white picket fence, but to what extent? And to what sacrifice did I have to have it? So with this, with this vlog, I just wanted to share really quickly that as a person, as a woman, who do you have in your circle? Who is in your life? Are they adding to your life? Are they bringing joy to your life? Are they making you happy? Do they listen? Do they respect? Do you matter? Do they follow through with the things that they say they're going to do? Do they speak to you with respect? Do they disrespect you? Do they hit you? These are all things that, especially as young women, you get to a certain age, you tend to find your voice. I'm definitely not the woman I was in my 20s, because now I'm older, I've been through stuff, and you can't just do what you want to Shonda. But it took me a long place and a long time to get here, because I had to go through ugly, as I've called it, you guys know that, to be able to say that I'm strong enough, then I won't tolerate that. But if there's someone in your life that is taking away from beauty in you or making you fearful, you have to learn to listen. And you have to be able to get to a place of safety for yourself and for your family. And is it always easy? No. Unfortunately, what happened to Jennifer and her sister is the worst case scenario. But there are many times as women, we have to be like detectives with our lives. And we have to put things under a microscope. If a man is acting weird in the very beginnings of your relationship, there are signals, there are signs there. We have to pay attention. If he's always wanting to know where you're at, what you're doing, why does it take you so long to go to the store? Why is it taking you so long to call me back? Why didn't you pick up? Where have you been? What you're doing? Those are all signs. We have to pay attention to those things. You have to pay attention to, is a man trying to isolate you from your family and friends? You know, it's just food for thought. Of course, you can always go online now. There's a wealth of information and resources now that there's, you know, the internet. The internet is, you know, it could be a double-edged sword, but now there's just resources there for us women that if there's a problem, you can get help before it gets too bad. But before it gets to that place, allow yourself to be a pillar of strength. And when you see things in a man that you don't like, that you head it off at the source. I was even reading that Evelyn wrote that she saw things in Chad. There were a few incidents prior to him doing what he did. So what I want you to do is pay attention. Listen. Listen. Pay attention. Know what's going on around you in your relationships. Because as happy as you want to be, it's not worth the sacrifice of your life, your happiness, or your family's lives. God forbid. Or your children. It's something to think about. And again, I love to leave a question with you at the end of my videos. Have you ever dealt with domestic violence? Are you in a domestic violence situation right now? Are you afraid of your man? Are you feel like a prisoner? Write into me and let me know. ShandaSays1@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter at ShandaSays. And it's a really tough subject for us women. It really is. If you've never been through it, it's easy to say, I won't allow this, I won't allow that. You know, I've dealt with that myself. Like, how could you, you know? But when you're caught up in it, it's very hard to disengage yourself. So you guys got to let me know. Write into me. Leave your comments. And I'll be back here on Wednesday for sex and relationships. And we'll talk. Bye-bye.